Welcome back to part, I looked it up. Do you know what part this is?
5.
No. 4. It could be 5 because we did have that little video
Q&A.
of us making, the little video of us making the ladder, but it technically this is part 4.
This part 4.
And this one is called The Outside.
The big reveal.
The big reveal. Something like that.
And it is impressive.
So where we last left off, and I will put that video in one of these corners, we had foundation issues, and John, our handy guy, our go-to guy, had to redo the foundation on the kitchen addition, and then he had to, of course, he knocked down the wall when he was building that.
Right, he built a new wall.
So he built a new wall. We have we have photos of that. So and this was all done while we were up here. This was probably in the fall.
Yeah, in the fall. Yeah, last fall.
Yeah, probably around this time.
Yeah.
Maybe. He was doing that, built the foundation, made it solid, and then had to make a new wall on either side. Did he build the wall on the basement side in the exact same spot as it was before?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But we have just changed it on the inside.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So so 2 new walls on the kitchen. Original wall, the back wall,
right?
Because that was fine. And now, what's that green stuff? That they're looking at pictures right now. But
yeah, the zip. Oh, are they?
Yeah, because I'm going to put pictures in.
Oh, yeah, the zip board. Yeah, so the siding was taken off, which was blue vinyl, old and faded, and just needed to be replaced, which we knew that.
Right.
And then so John, after building everything, he wanted to cover everything in the whole house in zip board and zip tape.
That's like, I've seen now I'm aware of it.
Right.
And so now when I see new construction around here,
right,
that's like a normal thing.
That's like a normal. Yeah, you can either just do like 7/16 OSB with building wrap, or you can just use zip board, which does both.
That's when you see the Lowe's.
Right.
So they just put a wood board with the wrap.
With the wrap, right.
You see that. You never see Home Depot. Does Home Depot not do that?
That's a good
It's
point. Yeah.
always Lowe's.
Lowe's or
another brand.
Another brand.
But around here, it's usually Lowe's.
Tyvek.
Oh, okay. So it's either the green, what is it called? Sorry?
Green zip board.
Zip board, or the OSB with the wrap. Now, why did you go with the zip board?
Really no reason. Just because of where I work. I just kind of talked to some people, and they said it's better.
Okay.
Or, I don't know better.
Well,
it's just, I don't know. We'll say it's better.
Okay. It was better for us.
They both do the same thing.
Okay.
They both obviously create a new barrier on the outside, and then with the wrap or the green or the zip board, it also prevents moisture and wind and stuff like that. So it just kind of it seals up the house, and then you put something pretty on top of it, and that really doesn't do much besides look good. I mean, I guess it has something, but
we've discovered that for any house, that's what it is.
Okay. No.
So we decided to go with the
zip board.
The zip board.
It's one or the other.
And then you put black tape.
Yeah, zip tape.
The zip tape.
Which seals up all the seams.
Which is duct tape.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a heavy...
It felt like duct tape.
It's a heavy duty tape. Unfortunately, I found out the hard way. When you buy 20-some rolls of it, it's very expensive. But, so it keeps out, so with all the seams, it covers all the seams, covers the seams around the windows, seals everything up.
Okay, so that was the next step, and you've seen pictures, or we're adding pictures right now. Right. And then the next step was to
put the pretty thing on the outside. So
you came up with many different...
Right, so my original, so the neighbor, which I think you first talked about, we'll say Gordon, his house is well maintained, been there 40 years, takes a lot of pride in his property, which is great. So his house is T111, which they put on sheds, and then painted kind of a mustardy.
Kind of mustardy orangey color, like a fall color.
Yeah, like a fall color. I mean, it's just a kind of a neutral color. It doesn't stand out or anything like that. With like red shutters. Yeah. Looks really, really nice. So I like that idea because I wanted another layer of material. I didn't want just like vinyl aluminum siding. There's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted something like another layer of something. Oops, sorry, don't shake the table. I shook the table. So I just wanted something, just for whatever reason, maybe to help and reinforce the house. That's just what I was focused on. So I thought, you put the zip board on. That's roughly 1/2 inch. And then you put another 1/2 inch of this T111, and you paint it. I thought that's a lot of material. That would be great. Well, after talking to John, and not really being 100% sure, that's just what I was going with T111, which comes natural, and then you stain it or paint it. We were going to paint it. I was planning on painting it like a chocolate brown.
Yes.
I had something with like dark brown and blue.
Because you like brown and he likes brown and blue.
Right.
We have a blue roof.
Yeah. So I thought that would look neat.
And I was fine with that.
Yeah. And we also had the idea, and I told John this over and over and over and over again, is whatever we do to this house, it's going to be nicer than it was.
Yeah,
so we can only go up, right? When you're on the ground, you can only go up. So it's good, whatever you did to it, whatever vinyl siding, T111 painted, anything, it's only going to look better. So when John explained to me, like, T111, we can do that. I mean, he'll do anything. But you have to paint it every, 5 years with the harsh Maine winters. And I didn't really think of that. Not that I care too much about that, but it gave me a different idea to think, something different to think about. So I thought about that, and I thought, well, he's got a point there. So then we started looking into siding, which was not like vinyl or aluminum, but like material siding. So there's a thing called LP Smart Side or Smart Siding, and it's once again back to a 1/2 inch of material. It's like wood, and then and we were going to go with like board and batten, and we had like a grayish color picked out, which was kind of fine.
I really wasn't set on gray though.
So he went to Lowe's in the area up where it's at, and he ordered it, and it was expensive, and that was just to buy it. And I thought, not that cost wasn't part of the issue, but we knew we were going to spend. We got the house for so cheap, and we were going to spend some money to make it look nice, and so he ordered it, and I don't think it matters, but it was like $15,000 for the material, so it just was what it was. Right. And so we ordered it, and we got a date, like, well, because this and that, it'll be in whatever, a month. We'll say a month later. So that month came and went, and then it's like, okay, it's going to be 2 weeks, and then they just kept on putting me off. And like seriously, after like the 4th time, I told John, they said it's going to be on this day. We called the distributor, we called the maker, whatever they called somebody, if they called anybody. So I told John, because I was kind of just sick of not having the process move forward. We had the zip board up, and that was fine how it was. The house was protected.
Because you can leave that up for a while.
You can leave that up for a while.
But you don't want to.
But you don't want to. And I wanted to move on to the outside, getting it done, which you're going to see soon, which is turned out wonderful. And then we can get on the inside, and now the house doesn't look like an eyesore anymore from the outside. It fits right in. Maybe even looks a little bit better than some of the surrounding houses, which is fine. So I told John after the 4th time that if the 5th time Lowe's, because he was in contact with Lowe's, if Lowe's says it's not in again, to just cancel it. We're done. Yeah. I can't. I probably should have did that after the 3rd time and moved on, but I gave him a chance. So we canceled it. Of course, got our money back, and then. Because of my job, I see a lot of new houses, and there's like in our area here in Pennsylvania, I'm seeing more and more, not every house, but I'm just seeing it more and more come up, like this metal siding, and like this whole 2-tone thing where like the bottom 3 feet is a color, and like the rest of the house is a color, and it just goes real nice, and then your windows look nice, and you paint your door pretty color, whatever, and so I started thinking about that. Once again, it's thick steel, fairly thick steel. It'll be good for keep the elements out, and it'll hold up to the harsh winters in Maine.
And it's colored.
It's colored, and they have lots of colors.
Paint it, yeah. You don't have
right.
To
You don't have to paint it. You have to hose it off
once and done.
Wash it off once in a while.
Yeah.
So that's what I decided with. So I called a guy when I was up there. I don't know, sometime, probably beginning of the year maybe.
Yeah.
And so he came over, and he took measurements, and I told him what I wanted. And and before that, we said something to Jenny. Well, maybe before making the final decision.
Didn't you have colors?
I had a pamphlet.
Yeah,
he gave me a pamphlet, and I said, most likely we're going to do this. We got to figure out the colors. I'm thinking this and this maybe, or maybe this and this. So he said to Jenny, if we go with this kind of siding, so we showed her what it looked like. And, we want to have a bottom color and a top color. What do you think would look nice? And so she picked kind of what the colors that she picked, which I'll just say it because I see it. Yeah. So it's like a forest green on the bottom, and like kind of like a pearl white, yeah, like a pearl white, not like a flat white or just like white. And there's something going on it's like a sparkly white, so maybe like a Snow White or something.
Maybe
the 7 Dwarfs, but no. So that's what we went with, and
it's really outstanding. And the funny thing is that Jimmy and I, when she picked those colors,
right.
we both knew when we got married, our colors were green, white, and blue.
Right.
So it's kind of like
Right.
100 years later, full circle moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll show you pictures.
His favorite colors at the time were blue and green,
Right.
and then you throw white in there as
Right.
well. So our wedding colors were green, white, and blue.
Right. And just one little, besides the pictures you're seeing, which is the finished exterior. So when John was there when they first started, and I was back in PA, and I covered this with a guy, but he did like my estimate on like a bubblegum wrapper. I mean, I was like, is this legitimate? But it was fine. And but it was just, I don't know, it caught me off guard a little bit. And so they started putting it up in the back. They flipped the colors, so they put the white at the bottom.
Yeah. And luckily John was there to show you, because he was
Right.
just starting. And
So-
I think we have a photo of that.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. And
So
I
I
was
think
like,
we do. So I said to John, I said, man, I don't want to deal with this. So my original, because I'm kind of too nice of a guy sometimes,
He
so
is
my
nice.
original plan was, well, how about just leave the back like that, and then we'll get him to make it right on the rest of the house. And John, thankfully, John, who's probably a little bit tougher than I am in this regard, he said, if you paid for a certain way, it's their screw up. Get them to fix it. And I thought, he's right.
And now we have a lot of green.
And now, so
But
yeah, right.
Yeah, but we have plans for that.
Right. So so you'll see pictures of the house finished,
Yeah.
but they
Isn't
did
it
flip
look beautiful?
Yeah,
It's so pretty.
yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have a front porch, like a Trex front porch, like kind of wrap around the front little mudroom entranceway. That'll be nice to sit out there, and it'll just help complete the front of the house.
Right.
But that's kind of all. I think that's kind of all we have to do for the house. I mean, there's always something to do, but you put
On
that
the outside of the house.
right. But you put the little wraparound Trex decking around the front. That's pretty much done.
But then
Right, and then so the green. So
green.
so since they purchased the right colors, but in the wrong amounts because they thought it was going to be white at the bottom and green on top, so we had a lot of green. So the guy didn't want the green. I mean, I don't know why. It's kind of a popular color, but maybe not up there. And so I don't know if I mentioned it or if he mentioned it, but so in order for him to get rid of it and for me to get it with a plan for it, so he sold it to us for cost, which was actually it ended up being a good idea because so the barn is eventually going to look similar, but I don't want it to match because for really no reason. I kind of want to same color scheme,
Right.
but a slightly different light. Like, oh, that looks similar, but that kind of accents the house. So because we have all the extra green, the whole thing, except for like a couple windows, a garage door, and a side door, which will be white, are going to be green.
Yeah.
So the bottom of the house is green, and then the whole barn is going to be green too.
So it kind of ties everybody together.
Right, and I think it's going to. I mean, it'll look good either way if the barn was like the house. But I think because we have the green, we got it at cost. It's a barn too. I think it'll complement the house.
I think so. Right.
Hopefully that'll be done. Hopefully by next year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully next summer.
Yeah.
But we're working on the inside, which
Yeah.
obviously you'll see in upcoming videos.
Yep. The next
And-
video, part 5, will
Right.
be working on the inside, mostly upstairs,
Right.
and that'll be because we're kind of like one behind of what this was what we did last trip, and then
Right.
the next video will be what we were doing this recent trip from last week,
Right.
and that's getting the subflooring, because I kept saying flooring and people are like, let me see pictures,
Yeah.
and I was like,
A
why? It's
subflooring, yeah.
And so now I've learned subflooring.
Subflooring, right. So
Learning all these terms.
right. So the upstairs was planks with gaps. I mean, it was functionable, but we want to once again we want to make it look nicer. So we needed to get a flat, a smooth surface throughout the whole.
Well, you could walk around there with your eyes closed and not worry about falling in a hole.
Oh, right, that too. Yeah. And then we'll put something on top, whether it be a floating floor or a carpet or something. But we'll do something to once again pretty it up. The structure's there, the starting point's there. Now you just put the pretty stuff on top.
And then maybe people who have done their own construction can
Make some
suggest
yeah.
what flooring brands they like or where
Yeah.
because we know that you can go to we have like Ollie's or there's Martin's.
Martin's. Up in,
They have discount flooring, but of course you have to make sure you get enough
Right,
for the
right.
room. But like if you've redone your flooring, kitchen, bathroom, whatever, and you're like, this is what I really liked. I really like working with this. We would like that.
Yeah.
suggestion.
Any suggestions? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an idea where we're headed. but we're not sure.
It's always good to get other people's opinions.
Yeah,
and,
and,
like, I never thought
maybe
of that.
experiences that you had with
Right.
something that isn't a good idea to go this
Yeah.
way, or is a good idea to
Or
go
hints
this way.
that was easy to put it in this way.
Right. And we'll be doing that ourselves
Yeah,
too.
yeah, because we put the subflooring in. We did a good job.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to sharing that video with you next time. We're trying to do like a video a month,
Yeah, or 3 weeks,
or every 3 weeks of some progress videos.
So we were just up there.
Last week.
Yeah, was it last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, last week, and we'll be heading back up there
Time
in
flies.
like the second or third week in November. Depends on my work schedule, but so we'll be up there again to continue working on the upstairs and starting with insulation and maybe putting up some walls and just start to keep plugging away.
We're about 95% done. We just have to do 2 little areas upstairs, and it was funny because I had a whatnot sale up there, and I was on a makeshift table that was the empty vacuum cleaner box and then a piece of subflooring, and then someone in the comments said, "Is that why you're 95% done?"
Yeah.
Because we took that piece to make the table. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, we were just because I've had people ask me, co-workers and friends, did you get a lot done? And like I tell her all the time, we want to get stuff done, obviously, but we also want to enjoy ourselves. We enjoy the area so much.
Yeah.
We enjoy walking our dogs, and we enjoy going to certain places to eat, and so we're it's trying to find the balance.
Well, one day we did 2 days of work. We
Right.
took 1 day off, and then we did 2 more days of work, and that was really nice because it was like we knew what we needed to, and I think we did. We were there to do the flooring. We were hoping to start on the insulation and walls, but we got the flooring done. So the next time we walk in there, the flooring's done, and so I'm excited.
And I think there've been questions too about like plumbing and all that. And yes, we do have plumbing, and yes, we have a toilet and a shower, and they're all brand new and they're all wonderful.
Yeah,
so
they work so nice.
Yeah, so it's
nicer
great.
than here.
nicer. Yeah, well, they're all brand new, and
yes,
so
that really helps out that we have a place to
go
and stay.
Right, and we can just be there. Yeah, it's nice.
And then when next time we go up, upstairs will be finished, and then we can move our bedding upstairs, and then we have a clean area to sleep, and then start working downstairs.
Right, and probably I don't know when. It's hard to say, but eventually once we get upstairs finished and we're going up and down the steps, we'll eventually show a video of us building permanent steps. I think it's the route we're going to go. I think we were going to build to a platform at the bottom so it wasn't so steep, and then buy but because of the old house, they're narrower than standard steps. Not that I couldn't order them, but it might be more of a challenge. And we already have like the lumber to build them,
right?
So we might venture into that. And we've watched, like all of us have, we watch plenty of YouTube videos, and it doesn't seem that hard, and we'll just take our time because it's going to be a permanent set of steps.
Because when we were putting the subflooring in, we got much faster.
Oh, sure, after the first couple, yeah.
In the third room, we were like,
right, yeah, they did go fast,
So we hope you enjoyed this video and this update on our house in northern Maine. And I think that any comments, I'm looking forward to reading the comments of like suggestions or what you have done in the past and what you think could help us out. We really appreciate it. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you on the next one, right?
Yep.
All right, take care. See ya.
Bye.